brand new 2011 MLS Portland Timbers. Well, let's meet some of these guys, and we'll start with the man right in front of me here, defender Eric Bruner out of Dublin, Ohio, which is a suburb of Columbus. 24-year-old, has been with the Columbus Crew the last couple of years. Also played with Miami FC in the USL First Division in 2008. And we were talking in the back. I mean, you're a Columbus guy. You grew up there. You went to Ohio State. You played for the Crew. Minus 1 year in Miami. Hard for you to kind of, leave your hometown and come all the way to the West Coast now?
Not really. I mean, I know about the tradition that takes place in Portland, and I know there's a rich soccer history here, and I think just the fact of knowing that we're going to sell at stadiums and stuff like that, and just the buzz around the city is just extremely motivating.
Yeah, what have you been hearing? What was your reaction when you got that call the other week about the expansion draft?
I was excited. I spoke with John on the phone. I spoke with Gavin on the phone, and they seemed like they were real excited to have me out here. And then it's nice to have people want you in a city that's craving soccer. I think that's what we all wanted to play for, and I think we're going to get it here.
One of the things people will stand up to you on the field is your size, 6'4". How does being 6'4" affect your day-to-day life outside of having to stand in the back row of a movie theater?
I gotta make sure I duck during in certain doorways. Showers are kind of tough because I gotta lean down for them. But other than that, nothing too crazy. You guys, Portland's pretty tall friendly, so it's nice.
I was gonna say, soccer is not a sport where height is necessarily a big thing. Being 6'4" on the field, how big of an advantage does that give you?
I'm tall, and going up for balls in the back, in the air is probably what one of my traits. So I think that helps out a lot, and I think that's what John probably saw that I like to win every ball in the air. So, and my size allows me to do that.
Eric Bruner, everybody, give him a round of applause. Next to him is a midfielder. He's a forward. He's out of Fair Oaks, California. 25-year-old. He's been with Chicago Fire the last 3 years. Peter Lowry, welcome him to Portland. We had John talk Timbers 2 weeks ago after the expansion draft, and you actually at least knew of Timbers goalkeeper Steve Cronin back in high school and college. It was the same high school, same college, just not at the same time. What dirty secrets can you tell us about Steve Cronin? Was he a mathlete? He was in the AV club. What was his reputation back in the day?
Steve was definitely a popular guy. Definitely in high school, great guy, great guy to have in front of me to look at and learn from. And definitely don't have too many secrets. I could tell he was almost maybe too cool to deal with somebody too much younger, but yeah, definitely was a benefit for me being a younger guy, seeing somebody like him in Sacramento.
Now, I know when we got the results of the expansion draft, you were one of the guys who tweeted, hey, excited to be coming to Portland. And if we know anything about Timbers fans, they're very engaged electronically. Did you get a lot of responses on Twitter from that?
Yeah, the response has been great. I just kind of got onto it recently and kind of hooked, and it's been great. I mean, there's been such a buzz. Through social media, we get out here, we see the billboards, we see all of you here, this is very exciting for us. This is definitely motivating for us to see this kind of buzz, and we're definitely feeding on it.
Now, it's interesting, you in 2008 with Chicago were part of their reserve division team. It's something that's coming back this year. Tell us, what does it mean, that reserve division, and for you to get that opportunity, as a younger guy to kind of be on the field? How much of an impact that had on your career?
It was good. It was something I needed. I'm glad they're bringing it back. It definitely is a tool for younger players, and with 30 guys on the roster, not everyone gets to play. So, it's definitely a tool to grow your game as a younger player, and it helped me, and hopefully it will continue to help now that they're bringing it back.
Now, one of the interesting things I saw in your bio, you're a bit of a kind of a military history buff, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's just kind of something that I got into after I graduated from school. I don't know why I didn't study that, and something that interested me, and we got a fair amount of downtime, so I like reading and watching the History Channel, and maybe a little nerdy, but something to pass the time. So.
Are you a guy that's going to be, quoting Douglas MacArthur or something like that in the halftime team talk or something?
Probably not, but yeah, I don't know. It's just been something that I've been interested in, and you definitely learn from history. So.
Peter Lowry, everybody. One of your 40 points. Next to him, you'll notice by the accent, he is a native of Glasgow, Scotland, 24-year-old. His fifth year in MLS he's coming into. He's been with the Columbus Crew, also played with the Cleveland City Stars in the USL Second Division in 2007. Welcome midfielder Adam Moffat. Now, Adam, Rodney, it's funny, ordinarily you would come in and, you'd be kind of on your own a little bit with the Scottish accent. How nice is it to have John Spencer there, and he can back you up, and you can translate for him if need be, and it's a good little connection there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's actually been Americanized, I can't actually understand him.
Not too well, I hope. No. Yeah, it's interesting because, of course, we know John as a former Rangers player. You were in the Rangers youth system growing up. Did you know of John Spencer as a player before you came in?
I did, yeah. I used to have, I never told him this, but I don't know if they have trumps in America. It's like playing cards almost. The athletes and stuff. I used to have one of him.
You gonna get a sign now?
I wasn't
The thing was, it was life size, so it was just insane.
What does that mean to have a coach that you know as a player and you kind of respect his playing career?
It's great. I mean, just even talking to my family back home and my friends who are all aware of who John was when he played back in the day. It definitely helps, and just from talking to him also, just the passion, is good, and even just playing against the teams that he's been with, Houston the last couple of years, it was definitely good to see just guys performing under him. So it's exciting.
You were a pretty young guy when you came over to the U.S. and started playing over here.
Still
What was the what was the hardest thing about adjusting to life in the U.S.?
It's a lot of fast food. Tell you that. No, it's pretty similar. I think it'd be different if I came over from maybe Africa or something like that, But Scotland is pretty developed, obviously, and there's a lot of the same stuff. Just people are real friendly here, real open, so I enjoyed that.
I know people in Portland take a great pride of the idea. They feel like this is a very European city. It's a very welcoming city. I don't know how long you've been here. Have you gotten a chance to kind of, get that sense of a city that's very kind of happy to have you here and is welcoming to you?
Yeah, definitely. We bumped into some people. We only got here yesterday, and just the people we've met have been really open, real friendly. Some people were big fans of the Timbers already, which is amazing considering the season's not started. I know obviously they've been fans for years, but yeah, it's exciting. People have been friendly, even homeless people in the street. There's a lot here, and just been real friendly, and yeah, it's good.
Well, show that friendliness. Adam Moffat, one of the last man on the end here. He's born in Costa Rica. He actually moved to Rockville, Maryland when he was 9 years old. He's now 22, coming off of 2 years with DC United. He was an NCAA champion with the Maryland Terrapins back in 2008. Welcome, Rodney Wallace. Yeah, Rodney, it's interesting. I've been able to meet a lot of athletes like you, born in one country, moved to the U.S. when you're fairly young, and it's always produces, I think, an interesting question. I mean, do you feel American? Do you feel Costa Rican? Are you kind of happy to have that mix?
Yeah, I feel like I have a good mix. I moved here when I was 9, and I've been here for quite a long time now, so I adapted a lot of the customs from the U.S. and I've had a good time here, and I've met a lot of people, and I have mixed feelings. I have part of me is a bit of American, and but then there's that Costa Rican in me that I just can't get away from, and I like both sides, and especially when I'm watching U.S. Costa Rica game, I can't get away from the passion that Costa Rica has, and that's in the stadium, and it's just a good feeling.
Who do you root for if they play each other?
I still go for Costa Rica. It's just I can't even fake it. I can't help it. Right on, dude. So
be quiet. Now we mentioned at Maryland, of course, Jeremy Hall, who's over in Spain right now with the Generation Adidas team. You guys are teammates. You're reconnected now with the Portland Timbers. A, how much pride do you have in being an NCAA champion? And B, what's it like to be getting to be reunited with Jeremy?
It's great. We take a lot of pride in being Terps. It's a big thing over there, and we take pride in just being friends in general. And we're both really excited to be here in Portland, and it's gonna be a great thing. We have a good connection on the field and off the field as well.
You guys won in 08, and I know that your new teammate Eric was a loser, unfortunately, in the NCAA final with Ohio State in 2007. How often do you rub that into teammates of yours? You won an NCAA title and they haven't.
I don't really rub it in because he knows how it is, but we were talking about just Maryland in general, because he was at Maryland for a little bit, and we share all this common things, so it's hard.
Now that was interesting. These guys were picked up in the expansion draft. You, of course, part of a trade. What was your reaction when you heard that, and the thought that you know, still with all these guys, it was you know, a decision, a conscious decision by the Timbers, by John Spencer, Gavin Wilkinson to get you. But for you especially, they really wanted to get you, and they went through the process of making a trade for you.
Yeah, I was surprised, and I was honored to be wanted here. I had mixed feelings in DC after my injury, and when I got the phone call that I was getting traded to Portland, I was excited, and it's a chance to start something new and be a part of something huge. You know, this city holds a lot of pride in football, and I think that we're all ready to be part of it.
I know we're excited to have you here. Rodney Walls, welcome to the